let's talk about a team that always comes up in our shows. It's the Denver Nuggets, Gio's current favorite team as of right now because Russell Westbrook is there.
Indeed.
What else have we cooked up this week? We've done everything with them already. What else is coming?
So
Just listen, okay?
So unfortunately, the day after we recorded our last episode, which is linked below, by the way, go watch it. A lot of trade rumors came out. Calvin Booth leaked a bunch of shit to Shams and to Chris Haynes and everything like that. The Nuggets are they're tempting to the idea of blowing up the core, and by blowing up the core, it's trading Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah.
Now we'll kind of go piece by piece, and I'll tell you what they're looking at first, and we'll kind of talk through it in depth and let me know what you all think. So the first thing that they've been kind of keying into is the Chicago Bulls and getting Zach LaVine in Denver. Now, as of right now, the trade would have to include Zeke Naji, but the Bulls don't want him, and rightfully so, because bro's butt. Let's just be honest. Let's call a spade a spade. This dude is like if D'Lo was a big man.
Wow.
That's him right there. But he doesn't go off during the trade deadline.
Yeah.
A third team would have to take him on. Now, granted, there's plenty of teams that would. I'm sure Brooklyn would do that. I'm sure Charlotte would do that. Detroit would do that.
Yeah.
But it would cost them MPJ, most likely a pick or two, depending on what they even have, for Zach LaVine. And they could either get Torrey Craig or potentially Io DeSumo.
There's no way. Because Io DeSumo is so good.
He is. But remember, the Bulls might blow it up. But the more likely scenario is Torrey Craig coming back to Denver.
Yeah.
What do we think?
I am only doing that trade if Io DeSumo's in it.
I agree completely.
I am not taking Torrey Craig back. No way.
I mean, Torrey Craig fits a need. He perfectly slots into the Jeff Green role without playing the five. He's a good leader.
Yeah.
But, bro, the one problem the Nuggets have this season has been perimeter defending. Credit to Christian Brown. He's a great defender.
Right.
Point of attack is not his thing.
Yeah.
So I think you need to replace KCP with
Io
DeSumo as far as the defense goes. But he won't start.
If they can do this trade without Zach LaVine, I love it even better.
I mean, why would you do it without Zach LaVine though?
Well, you take on Io.
Io makes too much money to trade. You would have to get rid of someone else.
How tall is Io?
I think he's like 6'4".
Yeah.
6'4", 6'5".
But you move MPJ to another team and you incorporate. I don't like LaVine in Denver.
I like it. Personally, I like this.
I'm having trouble trying to because here's the thing. I think MPJ fits the Nuggets better.
He does, though.
The problem is MPJ is not worth $37 million. Like, he has not been playing up to standard of that. And that's the problem I'm trying to figure out. Because, look, I don't think the Nuggets problem, they have a bad bench. Their depth isn't great, but this is an effort problem.
Yeah.
I think the product on the floor you're seeing in the first 3.5 quarters is garbage. And, look, we're even seeing it with Jokic. His body language, I've never seen him this down. So it's interesting. And I think Zach LaVine, it would be kind of funny if him and Gordon wind up becoming teammates after all those dunk contests.
Yeah.
But I don't hate the fit. I actually wouldn't mind it at all. But Io DeSumo, then I'm like, I will drive MPJ to the airport myself.
The only thing that's making me scared, though, is the fact that this team is going to become significantly smaller, trading away MPJ, who's 6'11".
He's 6'10".
Or 6'10".
Yeah.
And then getting Zach LaVine, who's like 6'3", 6'4", and then Io, who's also 6'4". Like, they already have a bunch of guards. Like Russ too, he's also like 6'3". Like,
right.
What's gonna happen with the size of the team? That's concerning. Also,
that's a question too, and that's where I'm on the fence with it.
You have Aaron Gordon.
That's it.
What I wish the Nuggets did a sign and trade with KCP to get someone, so they wouldn't have had to worry about this problem.
Yeah.
Like, they easily could have done a sign and trade with KCP, even with the Magic. They could have taken back anyone.
I would love to see the LaVine saga end, but Denver is not the place I would like to see it end up. I hope Tyler's getting to Cam Johnson.
That's exactly who I was about to get into.
Okay, get into
so the next one is Cam Johnson. Someone that plays the same role as MPJ, just not as tall. I think he's like 6'8", but shooting the lights out, a willing defender. Really good at driving to the hoop. I think the most similar player to MPJ out of everyone they're looking at. What do we think about the Nuggets making a trade with the Brooklyn Nets?
If I'm them, I'm taking. I think this is the most doable because you get DFS as well.
Not necessarily.
I think it might be one for one.
You got to do Cam for DFS.
I wouldn't do DFS.
You gotta.
You need a big man. So I would try if I'm Denver, I'm trying to get Day'Ron Sharp.
Well, you get all three.
Ooh.
No, because remember there's not enough money. Remember the Nuggets have to trade salary for salary. So
You take Cam and Day'Ron.
I like
because
that.
Cam Johnson this year makes like 25 or 23.
Yeah.
Day'Ron makes 2.6. He'll be a restricted free agent at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Dorian Finney-Smith makes like 16.5 mil.
Wow. You
Gotta find money somewhere. You gotta move
don't-
off guys.
They don't have it though. Look, this is what the Nuggets have, right? Because obviously Jokic and Murray are not leaving. Gordon just re-signs, so he can't be traded.
Yeah.
MPJ makes about 30 something. Zeke Naji makes about 8, and then everyone else, and Julian Strawther makes like 3, 2 or 3. So those are really the only two guys you can move.
Yeah.
So MPJ along with Zeke Naji kind of totals out to what, like 40, give or take.
Cam's on what?
Cam Johnson's like 25.
Okay,
DFS, you're pushing over the limit though. Is the problem. So Day'Ron would have to go in.
Okay.
Day'Ron.
So I don't know.
I
like the
those,
DFS fit.
I
in
like those
Denver.
all three guys. You just gotta move some bench pieces around. You can throw in Strawther, you can throw in Watson. That'll balance out the money.
Bro, I would love Peyton Watson in Brooklyn, bro. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
You could balance out.
Need.
You could easily balance out the money for DFS in that deal.
Could happen, but I think
you could
I
maneuver.
think
I like it, though.
I think
Maneuver.
Day'Ron Sharp fits more of a need because here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Day'Ron Sharp is one of the best rebounders in the NBA, and like legit, like his rebounding numbers are like top like 2% in the league.
Wow.
So, and that's the one problem the Denver Nuggets have been having is rebounding.
Yeah.
And the other thing too is we don't know if De'Ron Holmes is a power forward or a small forward. So if you have Day'Ron Sharp, you can play De'Ron Holmes at the small forward or power forward. So you could have Day'Ron and De'Ron. Think about those lineups, bro.
I like it, bro.
And
I
Day'Ron
like
can
it a lot.
shoot. I'm telling you because I know we're not going to keep Day'Ron Sharp. As much as I want to keep him, I know it's just not going to happen. So I will suffer the tank and take on Zeke Naji for that.
Yeah, this might be an 8.5.
I like this fit a lot more just because what they can maneuver from Brooklyn. If
Yeah.
DFS comes and Sharp,
Yeah.
you're getting a lot more bang for your buck. And Cam Johnson's on a heater this year more than BI is, and LaVine is LaVine. I think you're getting a lot more. What's the word I'm looking for?
Depth?
Not depth. Consistency.
Right.
Cam, you're getting into minutes. You're
Because
getting,
what I like about this deal is that you're not trading for a star. You're trading for an elite role player.
Right.
Yeah.
And multiple elite role players essentially in this system. So I do like the vibe of that a lot.
so you
Now, how likely is this?
I think this and Zach LaVine are the two
That's
most
the
likely
most
that can
likely.
happen.
Okay.
But I still don't think MPJ gets moved.